16! You have to be 18 to play.
The 2020s have officially been bombarded by a relentless wave of cartoon reboots. It's a massive trend fueled entirely by Gen Z nostalgia. We have seen the launch of regular show, The Lost Tapes, Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, screw it. The Wonderfully Weirdly World of Gumball, and The Fairly OddParents, and Your Wish. Yeah, and some others. With this massive wave of popularity, animation studios are aggressively doubling down. They are pushing out a massive slate of shows coming out later this year and next year. And for the millennials out there, yes, even King of the Hill is getting dragged back out of retirement. Why? Now look, as a massive fan who genuinely loved watching regular show and Gumball growing up, I should have been hyped for the reboots. I should have been screaming from the rooftops, but honestly, the interest just isn't there. I couldn't care any less, man. I was hyped, yeah, but still, The Wonderfully Weirdly World of Gumball, god damn, that's long, came out last year and I haven't even watched it. And I actually feel kinda bad saying it because I'm an animation fan, but the interest just isn't there. And that right there is the whole problem. When a fan doesn't even feel the urge to hit play, it proves their hype is completely dead. I know a lot of you watching feel the exact same way about your own childhood favorites. Whether you grew up on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, or Disney, it feels like our memories are being mined for content. But for me, it's just so much easier to go back and watch the earlier seasons from back then. Back to the classic woes. That's where the true nostalgia lives. I only enjoy watching those earlier seasons now because I loved them as a kid. It's a pure, untouched capsule of time. And trying to force that exact same feeling back into the mid-2020s, it just doesn't work. Trust me, I tried. We might just be collectively ignoring these new shows to protect the childhood memories we already have. Let's talk about it.
Hit the lights, it's almost 8 p.m. Woo! Skips is gonna be so surprised when he comes in and sees us totally naked. It's not that kind of party, muscle man. Oh.
Yo, I just realized something. It is just so much easier to go back and watch the earlier regular show seasons from back then. Because if we did want J.G. Quinto back, I think we'd have all preferred a close enough comeback anyways. Pop's death was a perfect ending for the original series. Why mess with it? I don't know, man. Like me, I know a ton of fans wanted to see Mordecai and Rigby continue into the future eventually. Maybe see them in their 40s dealing with actual adult lives. But this mid-core format just wasn't it. Lost Tapes, back to the middle? Oh no, back to Margaret again. But it makes you wonder, who are these reboots actually for? Us or the studio executives' bank accounts? You don't need to answer that. And regular show is just the tip of the cartoon reboot iceberg. This corporate exhaustion is bleeding into every single franchise we used to hold sacred. Take a look at Ben 10. If you grew up in the mid-2000s, Ben 10 was peak action animation. It had stakes, it had an art style that felt cool, and it edged up with its audience into alien force. I grew up idolizing this Ben. But when Cartoon Network reported it in 2016, they completely gutted the maturity. They turned a sci-fi action epic into a loud 11-minute comedy short filled with fart jokes. I had no choice but to watch it. They completely alienated the original fanbase just to chase a younger demographic that didn't even stick around. Why do some of y'all look like that?
Third level, lots of luck. What? Like what did you say, Scoob?
And then there's Scooby-Doo. This franchise has been rebooted so many times it's practically a zombie. Fans didn't want the hyper-stylized, overly goofy approach of Be Cool Scooby-Doo. And they definitely didn't want whatever the hell Velma was trying to pull on Max. Who was this show for? We just wanted something that respected the formula while giving us something compelling, like Mystery Incorporated did back in 2010. That show proved that you can reboot a classic by adding actual lore, character growth, and a darker tone without insulting the audience's intelligence. Based on what most people say online, which brings us to the upcoming slate, and the stuff that actually makes me kinda nervous. The Wonderfully Weirdly World of Gumball. Now, the amazing world of Gumball is a masterpiece of modern animation. It ended on a massive literal cliffhanger. But instead of a proper conclusion or the movie we were promised for years, we got a brand new series. Kid me would have ate the up. And given how the industry treats reboots right now, I really hope that the chaotic multimedia genius of Velma was not watered down into something safe and digestible for streaming algorithms. Is it time to try the reboot? But look, I don't want to sound like a completely bitter, miserable hater. It is possible to get it right. Look at Fionna and Cake. When Max announced an Adventure Time spin-off centered on gender-swap fanfiction characters, the internet groaned. It felt like they were trying to create a Fionna and Cake for the female demographic. But against all odds, it actually worked. Why? Because the creators didn't try to remake the 2010 show for 7-year-olds. They aged it up. They made it a deeply emotional, blood-spattered, specifically for the people who grew up watching Fionna and Cake. Even when I caught glimpses of Fionna and Cake on Adventure Time as a kid, I would ask why this had no show. It proved that if you respect the audience's growth, they will show up. But unfortunately, Fionna and Cake is the rare exception, not the rule. The corporate pipeline is already stuffed with more upcoming reboots slated for this year and next. At a certain point, you have to ask, when does it stop? Animation is an incredibly vibrant, limitless medium. There are thousands of talented creators pitching brilliant, original worlds every single day. But instead of taking a risk on the next regular show or the next Gumball, studios would rather dig up a 20-year-old corpse, slap a fresh coat of digital paint on it, and wonder why the magic is gone. And that's how it is. It's hard to create a new iconic stuff for the current society because there's fear of failure or judgment, or like my elders say, keeping up with today's kids. We aren't avoiding these reboots because we hate cartoons. We're avoiding them because we love them too much to watch them being hollowed out for a quarterly earnings report. And don't downgrade the animation style. I'm looking at you, Thundercats Raw. But hey, those were just my 2 cents, man, on why my watch list is completely empty on these new revivals. I literally have nothing to watch, but I still won't watch these reboots. I want to hear from you guys. Which childhood cartoon reboot actually broke your heart? Are you holding out hope for the new upcoming reboots, or are you completely exhausted by the trend? Drop a comment down below and let me know. Until next time, go touch some grass. Or better yet, just go rewatch season 2 of regular show. Go, go, go. Peace.